sir. The floor is yours. Thanks, Tom, and thanks to everybody for participating today. We're also going to have on the call today Jerry Tremple, which is Elite's chairman of the board and our CEO, and Carter Ward, Elite's chief financial officer. Yesterday, Elite filed its 10-K and today issued an earnings press release detailing the company's year-end results for our fiscal 2011 ending March 31st. Hopefully you've all had a chance to review this by now, but if not, a copy can be obtained by contacting Diane Will at Diane, which is DIANNE, at ElitePharma.com, or by viewing it on the company's website at www.elitepharma.com. I'm going to begin by providing an update on the company's operations, and then I'm going to turn it over to Carter for a review of the financials. And after that, Jerry's going to give his comments. And at the very end, then, we'll open up the floor for questions. I'm going to focus on the 5 priority areas for Elite that we've highlighted in all of the recent earnings calls. And those areas are, first, the low-drain products. Second, Elite's generic products that are sold through our collaboration with TAGI Pharma. 3, the development of Elite's pain management products. 4, Elite's pipeline of additional new products. And 5, our facility expansion. So first, let's discuss the low-drain products. The FDA recently announced that it was removing certain cough, cold, and allergy-related products from the U.S. market. This action in March covered certain products categorized as DESI products, DESI meaning the Drug Efficacy Study Implementation that was done in 1972 related to older products that were allowed to continue on the market. So both DESI and IRS are identical, related, or similar products to the DESI products. This action, the FDA determined that such products would now be required to have an approved NDA or ANDA application in order to continue being marketed. This decision was clearly at odds with past practice. No prior notification of this change was provided to industry, no comment solicited, nor has Elite or ECR been individually notified about this change in practice. ECR has appealed this decision as well. This FDA action impacted approximately 500 products and included the low-drain products that we manufacture and that our partner ECR Pharmaceuticals distributes. Elite stopped manufacturing in April, and product sales by ECR are expected to stop in late August under this action. Royalties to Elite will continue until the sales are discontinued, and also a small amount of service revenue will continue for a short while, but then the remaining revenue will stop. ECR, though, had previously begun the process of filing an NDA for these 2 products, and ECR has stated that its work will continue. Elite is working with ECR on these products. Bottom line is, however, that the existing low-drain formulation will not be marketed and the associated revenues will disappear. During this past fiscal year, these 2 once-daily products accounted for essentially all of Elite's revenue, and Elite will no longer manufacture them. We may see some small part of that revenue replaced later this year with a not-yet-disclosed product under development, but the product filings for extended-release low-drain products with the NDAs will take much longer to bring to market. The second priority area for Elite is specialty generics that are being sold through our partner, TAGI Pharma, which is part of Precision Dose. Elite has launched the first of the ANDAs obtained last year, and that's the phentermine tablets. Elite also owns 2 additional generic products, hydromorphone tablets and naltrexone tablets, both of which are not yet launched. There's also a 4th, not yet disclosed generic product for which an ANDA has been filed, and for which we are awaiting approval by the FDA. All of these generic products are being marketed and distributed by Precision Dose and its subsidiary, TAGI Pharma. The initial shipment of phentermine tablets was made in April. This triggered a milestone payment under our agreement with the company. Elite also received its first licensing fee. However, it is early, and sales need time to build for this product. The hydromorphone and naltrexone products have not launched yet. We're transferring their manufacturing to Elite's facility in Northvale, New Jersey. As we have announced, the FDA informed Elite that the agency has reclassified the hydromorphone application as what they call a prior approval supplemental application rather than the faster process of a CD30. This was unexpected based on past practice for this type of transfer, and the FDA has not clarified why it was reclassified at this point. This will delay the launch of this product. We're appealing this decision, but currently our original expectation to launch this product this year does not seem likely. It's also possible that a similar position might be taken with the other generic product purchased, the naltrexone, with a similar result. We just don't know at this time. Elite also has an ANDA that was filed last year for an undisclosed fourth generic product that will be marketed by Taggy, and we're awaiting FDA review for that product. That brings me to the next priority area, our once-daily and abuse-resistant opioid products. As we've stated, we do not discuss details of the development work and partnering discussions for our opioid products. These are the once-daily oxycodone, the ELI 154, and the abuse-resistant oxycodone, ELI 216. Other than to say progress continues on these products, and we believe our technology is solid, and our goal is to find partners both in Europe and the U.S. We're fully committed to these products, and we're convinced these products represent a large opportunity for Elite. We should note that a competitive product to ELI 216, Romoxi, a once-daily abuse-resistant formulation of oxycodone, developed by Pain Therapeutics and Pfizer, was recently denied FDA approval because of manufacturing issues. This not only delays their entry to the market of a potential competitor, we believe may highlight some of the advantages of ELI 216 approach, which is a simpler manufacturing process and a well-understood pharmacological approach to abuse resistance. We should also note that Pfizer has had several recalls with Embeda, an abuse-resistant formulation of morphine, because of manufacturing issues. So with that brings me to the fourth priority area, which is our pipeline of other products. We have a strong pipeline of additional products, some generic and some branded. Some are being developed for Elite's own portfolio. Others are being developed for our partners. And similarly, we generally don't disclose the products we're working on for competitive reasons. In some cases where required, we would have disclosed agreements, including the 8 generic products that are being developed under the Epic Alliance Agreement. The first of these, by the way, of the 8 products, was filed and accepted for review by the FDA, triggering a milestone payment, which is a cash warrant for 4 million shares of stock at an exercise price of 6.25 cents. Second, we have an undisclosed branded product being developed under an agreement with Mika Pharma. And third, an intermediate for an undisclosed generic product being developed with High-Tech Pharmacal. During this recent quarter, Elite also signed agreements to contract manufacture 3 products. In the first of these agreements, which was signed in June, Elite agreed to manufacture 2 generic products, isradipine capsules and 2 strengths of that, and phendimetrazine tablets for Mika Pharma. Elite will be compensated at an agreed-upon transfer price for the manufacturing and packaging of these products. In addition, for isradipine, Elite will also receive a 10% royalty on net profits of the finished product. Elite also will receive a one-time milestone payment for each product for the work associated with the transfer of the manufacturing. And the second agreement Elite signed was a contract manufacturing agreement to manufacture and package the Pharma Network's methadone tablets. This is the methadone product that was co-developed by us with the Pharma Network. Elite, however, sold its share of the product to TPN in February for $500,000. The methadone manufacturing can begin immediately, and the manufacture of the other products can begin as soon as the transfer of the product can be completed to our facility. The contract manufacturing opportunities, as they get initiated, and phentermine sales, as they continue to grow, will provide revenue to help replace the lost load rating revenue. Other pipeline products and agreements form a base for the longer-term revenue growth and diversity. The final priority area is the expansion of our facility. which will allow Elite to grow and accomplish our product objectives. The first phase of our previously disclosed expansion was completed late last year, where we created additional CGM inventory space. We're now getting closer to completing the second phase, where we're adding CGMP manufacturing space. Some additional work still needed, along with an FDA inspection, prior to beginning the use of this new space. The expansion of the facilities allows us to grow in a cost-efficient manner and allows us to meet manufacturing needs of the product in our pipeline. The total area of this expansion is 15,000 square feet, which is approximately doubling the size of our current facility. There are a couple other items I want to update you on, too. Regarding our alliance with Epic Pharma, in March, Epic completed the third closing, covered under the alliance agreement between Epic and Elite. Epic completed a $1 million payment to Elite, and in turn received 1,000 more shares of Series E preferred stock, plus a warrant registered to purchase up to 40 million shares of common stock at an exercise price of 6.25 cents per share. Elite also announced recently that the last of the outstanding shares of the Series D convertible preferred stock had been converted into common stock. The higher share price of Elite's common stock this year has helped achieve this outcome. The conversion of the Series D preferred shares eliminates for the company obligations for dividend payments to them and eliminates the administrative costs associated with them. While this didn't remove all the preferred stock outstanding for Elite, there are some Series B and C and Series E convertible preferred that remain. The conversion of the Series D was significant, and this strengthens the company's balance sheet. So to wrap up, Elite has had some disappointments and setbacks this quarter that included the FDA's action to remove certain DESI and IRS cough and cold medicines from the market, including these low-drain products. This, as I said, means the loss of the low-drain product revenues for the near term until new filings can be completed. The FDA's decision to categorize and transfer the hydromorphone manufacturing as prior approval, which will delay the launch of the hydromorphone product, and might also impact the launch of the naltrexone product. We're just not sure yet. But having said that, Elite has also made great progress in other areas. Elite launched the first of the generic products, the phentermine tablets. Elite will now contract manufacture two products, isradipine and phendimetrazine for Mika, and these products are going to be marketed by a larger generic company whose name we have not disclosed yet. Elite will also contract manufacture methadone for the pharma network. The first of the products being worked on with Epic was filed with the FDA. This is a product that Elite will receive a 15% profit split on when it eventually is approved and commercialized. Elite also continued to make progress in its other pipeline products, including the pain products, the Align 154 and the Align 216, and the products being developed with High-Tech and Mika. In the short term, because of the loss of the low-drain products, Elite will continue to see operating losses. But with time, the contract manufacturing and the new generic product just launched will begin to fill in some of the revenue gap left by the loss of low-drain products. And in the long run, with the launch of additional products, Elite will have a diverse portfolio of generic and branded products that will allow the company to grow substantially with time. If you've had a chance to review the financials that were released yesterday, you'll see that this quarter, which still included the low-drain revenues, and excluding the impact of the FDA action on low-drain and hydromorphone, was a good quarter for Elite. Consolidated loss from operations was $0.9 million for the fiscal year, but this loss included $1.4 million in charges resulting from the recent decisions by the FDA. Exclusive of these items, the company would have reported a profit from operations for the year. So with that, let me turn it over to Carter for a discussion of the financials.